Japanese! Don't fuck with me!
Sometimes I find there are things that I watch or read or play simply because I can't escape seeing it everywhere I go. Lately I haven't been able to escape seeing the show Citrus everywhere I go. On Facebook I would see trailers, on YouTube I was somehow getting recommended vids on it. Fuck me, I've even seen a few memes of Citrus. Memes. Well fine, you want me to watch this show so fucking badly, I will. And I did, and you know what? It was good. But I didn't make this channel to talk about shit I like, now did I? So, for those who don't know, Citrus is a lesbian romance anime about two stepsisters. And now that I've got your attention, let's talk about things that I like. Not those things. So first off, the show is very well animated. I'm not an expert as far as animation goes, but for me, it's a very nice looking show. And the character designs are, okay, they're cute. They're fucking cute. As for the voice acting, again, it's kind of hard to judge based on the fact that I watched the sub version, so I don't really know what counts as good voice acting with Japanese voice actors, but I can safely say their voices weren't annoying to listen to, which is more than I can say for some other animes that I've seen, and some games. Except for this fucking character. We'll talk about her a little later, but holy fuck, she has this nasally, high-pitched voice. She honestly sounds like if the Chipmunks were dubbed over in Japanese. It's annoying, but I guess that goes hand in hand with her character, doesn't it? I also really like the opening theme. It was catchy, and I think I listened to it every single time it came on. Alright, let's get down to business. This show is kind of a ball ache to watch. It has to be one of the biggest pains in the ass, mostly because part of me feels like I got tricked into thinking what I was going to get versus what it actually was. It also doesn't help that apparently the characters are 14 years old.
Well, I just can't understand any of this. Everybody in Japan is either a 10-year-old girl or a monster.
Based on the trailers and other promotional material, I thought the show was going to be about two stepsisters falling in love, but I thought the main conflict was going to be about the trials of being in a relationship like that. But outside of a couple scenes, it doesn't really get brought up that much. Outside the first two episodes, this is a very, very, very slow burn relationship. And it's almost a detriment to the show, only because it's 12 episodes long. The first two episodes, Mei practically forces herself on Yuzu, and then they pretty much blue balls each other for the next 10 episodes until the very, very end, with a few moments of "oh, kawaii" in between. Did I just fucking write that? Did I just fucking say that? Now, there's nothing wrong with a slow burn relationship. In fact, I quite enjoy it compared to other romance animes I've seen, where two characters just fall in love and the entire show is them being in love until the end when some sort of problem arises just for them to resolve it in a few minutes and then continue being in love. However, the problem with how long it takes for these two to get together, especially considering how short the show is it highlights how fucking retarded the characters can be sometimes. This problem mostly arises around the midpoint of the show when we get introduced to this fucking monstrosity. Ladies and gents, meet Matsuri. Matsuri and Yuzu were childhood friends, but were out of touch since Yuzu had to move away after her mom married Mei's dad, hence, well, stepsisters. Matsuri one day just decides, well, I haven't seen Yuzu for a while, so I guess I'll go see what she's up to. So, she does. She just fucking shows up one day, unannounced, and is like, what's up? Which immediately I was thinking to myself, I think this bitch might have a few screws loose. So Matsuri suddenly has romantic feelings for Yuzu because of course she does. It wouldn't be a romance anime if it wasn't an obnoxious web of fuckery, now would it? You know, for a show that mentions how taboo it is to be gay in Japan, there are a whole lot of fucking lesbians just running around and they all seem to know each other and they're all in love with one of our leads. In fact, sometimes it's shocking when a character isn't gay, but I digress. So Matsuri is kind of a maniac. She stalks Yuzu, She blackmails Mei into meeting one of her creepy pedo contacts. Why Uzu even associates with this chick is beyond me. I know they're apparently childhood friends, but in the flashback sequence we get one scene where Yuzu waves at Matsuri, and then we get another one where they make a cake out of dirt. You sold me, they're totally BFFs. Now in contrast, Mei's friend, who we'll name Curls, cause I can't remember her name, but even Yuzu calls her Curls, so it's fine. Curls gets jealous of Yuzu and Mei, suddenly spending time with each other mostly because Mei is the student council president, and Yuzu has been causing a bit of trouble at school. Curls makes a move on Mei and even lies to Uzu into making her think that something happened so she would stay away. And sure, that's bitchy, but we get a couple of flashbacks that shows how close Curls and Mei are. Not only were they friends since childhood, but Curls has been there for Mei since her father just decided to up and leave one day. So I was actually kind of sold on Curls' motive. Not her actions, but I sympathized with the idea that she felt she was losing Mei to this other girl that just happened to show up one day. Matsuri, on the other hand, just causes trouble for everybody and uses her connection to Uzu as an excuse to act the way she does. What a cunt. She even leaves on a sour note. They somehow all sort out their differences, and right when they're saying goodbye, she drops this bomb on us. Okay, so by the time Matsuri leaves, it's episode 9. Keep in mind, this show is 12 episodes long. And we got this great scene where Yuzu makes Mei a homemade cake for Christmas. And Mei finally acknowledges how much effort Uzu puts in for her and admits that she should open up more. So finally, after all this build-up, all this time that they spend together, all the struggles they've gone through, we finally get the moment we've all been waiting for, and Uzu doesn't go for it. What the fuck, woman? Do you need landing lights to guide your way into that pussy or what?
So, do you have any thoughts on what you might want to do tonight?
Oh, I don't know.
It's episode 9. It's now or never. What the fuck else do we need? Another love triangle subplot?
ね、あの人って、何？
Oh my fucking god, how many times are we gonna go through this storyline? It's happened twice, just get on with it already!
Get on with it! Yes, get on with it!
And then my viewing of the show only made me like a sad, creepy fuck after this one line.
これもゆずぼっちのおかげね。私のことはゆずでいいよ。同い年なんだし。
What? Same age? Are you 8 or are you 14? Why am I asking? This show is actually stressing me out. I'm not gonna lie, I was even so convinced that we weren't going to see Mei and Uzu get together, even after they somewhat finally get together, because there's this part where Yuzu is like, okay, this is it. I like you, I hope you like me, I want us to date, if you feel the same way, kiss me. And Mei holds up her little keychain bear to Uzu's lips. I nearly threw my laptop through the fucking window because I thought that was her way of saying, nah, I don't like you. But then they confirmed that, yes, they are, in fact, together. Okay, so I'm kind of finished complaining, so let's clarify how I feel about this show. I like it. I genuinely like a lot of these characters, even though they annoy the shit out of me sometimes. Except Matsuri. I genuinely hate Matsuri. By far my favorite character is Harumin. She's honestly such a great person throughout the entirety of the show, and is such a wonderful friend to Uzu. It's almost a shock that she herself isn't gay, because if she was, I'd be campaigning for her and Uzu to get together. But then that would mean another love triangle, so yeah, I think I'll live. Don't know if they'll make a season 2, but if they do, I'd very much like to see the storyline I thought we were originally going to get, but I guess we'll just wait and see. You know what, fuck it, since we're on the subject, I've watched Junjo Romantica and a couple episodes of Yuri on Ice, and you know what? I like those too!